And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, Common Sense Parenting in a Politically Correct World. I'm your host, Andy Carlson. I'm a father. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm either their chiefy, so I was trying to learn something together today. Our website is dadmodepod.com. If you want to tweet us, just look up the hashtag DadMode or tweet at the account at DadModePod. That's right. So we are officially in Baby Watch numero 2, and it is going down right now. And the projected due date is end of September, except with some of the things that are going on right now, pretty easy to say that this baby could pop out anytime. And the first pregnancy with the daughter was super easy, even though they say that first pregnancies are always the toughest. And mothers who have had multiple kids be like, once you get through the first one, and then the second, third, fourth, or however many kids you have, is relatively easy. And I say relatively as a man who never will have to experience the severe, horrible, terrible pain of childbirth. And again, big respect to all the women out there, troopers. I could not do that. I physically could not do that. And if the first one goes easy, I don't know if it's supposed to be that the rest of them are easy too. I do know that if you have the first one C-section, which we did not, it was a natural birth, that the rest of them have to be C-section. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But it kind of makes sense, right? And the whole thing about C-sections is, they're so easy, and they just cut the baby out, then they sew you back up. That's major abdominal surgery, man. And you see the women who give natural births versus women who get C-sections. The amount of time that it sometimes takes to get back on their feet and get back and being active and just living their life again, like it could be a little rough. So rooting that this one is going to be natural as well, just for ease for the wife here. But the second kid, he is certainly he's certainly sitting down a lot lower than the daughter was, and also we're making a joke of it, but sometimes he gets on her nerves, literally. He'll shift around and like a shoulder or a foot will end up on, I don't know if the nerves are not like sciatic or whatever it is. And it's twinge of pain or get some numbness or get this and that. And she didn't have that on the first kid. So it's very interesting how the second one's come along, because they say that the second kid is going to be the polar opposite of the first kid. And now the first pregnancy was extremely easy. I think from the time her water broke, which was early in the morning on a Saturday, to the time that the baby was there, it was maybe 8 hours total. Like it went really, really fast. Because I know some friends of ours have had extremely long labors. 24 hours plus, and that's a lot of pain to deal with, and that's a lot of uncertainty, and that's just a lot of things going on. So the second one, personality-wise, the daughter is just so chill and very easygoing, goes with the flow. She listens, and she's just an awesome kid. So I'm a little worried that this boy is going to be a little bit like me and be a troublemaker, be bouncing all over the place, maybe slightly ADD, and just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff like that. Because, what can I say? But nah, he's gonna be a good boy, and I'm really pumped. And we've talked about on here before that the first kid is always extremely important, and the bond between the daddy and the daughter is extremely special. But the father and son, it's not that saying it's better or worse than a relationship with a father-daughter, but it's different. Like each of them have varying aspects to them, and they're both great, absolutely great. But looking forward to having one of each. Like obviously would have loved, two daughters as well, but having a boy and a girl, that checks the boxes, and we get a little variety there. So it is go time. We do have the go bags ready to go. and just want to dig through a couple items that are in the go bag. So the first one, it's so weird, but we need phone chargers. I mean, that's going to be the first and foremost, because I guess we never really know, because her water could suddenly break, and I could be working. We might be out. Maybe we're eating or getting groceries or something like that. So we're actually have all of these go bags with us at all times. But we got phone chargers. We got toiletries. We both wear contact lenses, and also got a couple items for the daughter, because the nice thing about it is that we live pretty close to the hospital. So, and also the wife said that she does not want me staying overnight in the hospital because the daughter, she's going to sleep a lot better at home as opposed to sleeping at the hospital. And also with the first one, I obviously stayed in the room for both nights as the girl was here, but also I just slept. I slept on the pull-out couch that they had in the birthing room, and I got to sleep at night while she had to get up, and nurses had to come in and check her stuff, and also she had to try and breastfeed the baby. So she actually got annoyed that I got really good sleep and rest while I was at the hospital. She's like, "Well, that's important, and I'm happy that you got that, but also I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it, man." Shoot. So even though it's pretty easy for us to go back and forth to the hospital, plus we got great family and friends that could run to us anything that we need, but just having the baseline essentials there, having even like trivial things where sometimes we'll go out and if I'm driving and I got my wallet, then that's fine. Like the wife doesn't bring her purse, but just having things like ID and insurance cards and all that stuff, and make sure that is locked up and ready to go at a moment's notice. TrustinWill.com is estate planning simplified, and you can gain peace of mind, protect your assets and family. 10 minutes to finish online, starting at $39. They offer guardianships, wills, trusts in all 50 states, and it's really amazing because the wife and I, we had a will, but we didn't have a guardianship plan, and we are the one kid and another on the way. It's really important that, God forbid, knock on wood, if something does happen, that our kids are going to be properly taken care of the way that we wouldn't want it to. And it was so easy with Trust and Will. 10 minutes, we got in the mail, signed, done. And also, here's the thing too. Take 10% off now by going to trustandwill.com/dadmode, or if you go to trustandwill.com, you can enter the promo code dadmode. So 2 easy ways to do it. Take 10% off either one. trustandwill.com/dadmode or trustandwill.com and put in that promo code dadmode. One word. Plus, with the kid having a change of clothes, you'll find out that no matter how old the kids are, like maybe eventually they grow out of this, but I would say like 7 and under, just always having a change of clothes, either in the vehicle or on hand. It's always good just to have, because stuff happens, right? Kids get into things. There are occasionally some accidents. Not so much anymore as she's fully potty trained, just being over 4 now. But just having that there, and then also things to entertain her. She's really big into books and coloring books, and obviously she loves watching TV shows as well. We try to limit that, and she doesn't really put up too much of a fuss when the timer goes off and it's time to be putting the phone away. But I think that there's going to be so much going on. There's going to be so much action when this baby does come, that I don't know if she'll really have a lot of time to be worried about all that. But she's I do have to say that sometimes you'll get a situation where the first kid is used to having all the attention and is used to having mommy and daddy all to themselves, and they're sort of resentful of the brother or sister that's coming in, the sibling. And I don't sense an ounce of that at all from the daughter. And she's pretty self-sufficient. I mean, obviously she likes attention. What kid doesn't at that age? But also, she talks about baby brother all the time. She says she can't wait to take him to the park. She can't wait to push him in the stroller. She can't wait to help feed him and help change him. And I don't think that's lip service. I think that is legit. Older sibling looking after the younger sibling, part of her personality. And I think we're extremely fortunate and blessed that that is the case, where you don't have a kid who's, going to be kicking and screaming or just ruining the day when, this little bundle of joy is going to come into the house and steal some of their thunder. And then what usually happens in cases like that is that kid will just start acting out, where, if the baby's, crying or getting some extra attention, all of a sudden the other kid will start crying or throw a fit or a tantrum, like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. But with the daughter, I don't think there's going to be having that at all. And it'll be an interesting couple months because the wife, her employer has a really nice maternity leave package paid, which is great. So next 3-4 months, we're going to be just basically hunkered down. And I'm lucky enough that my work allows me to spend a lot of time at home if I choose to. So just having all hands on deck as we ease into this 2-child household, I think we're really blessed and fortunate there, because I know a lot of families, either the husband's working and maybe he gets a couple of days off, he doesn't really get true paternity leave, and he's back at it, or sometimes if the wife isn't, if she isn't a stay-at-home mom, and sometimes her employer doesn't have good maternity leave, or maybe it's unpaid, so she has to get back, or has to use sick days or something like that, and it's tough. And the mom deserves to spend as much time as possible with that kid, and I think we're just really lucky that is the case. Where, and also she gets to spend a lot of time with the daughter too, where she hasn't necessarily had that opportunity thus far, besides when we first had him. But yeah, it's getting down there. Things are going to change forever, but also it's one of those things where you wouldn't go back if you had a chance. Well, A, you don't have a choice, but also B, life changes, but also it just gets better. And I adore my kid. I love my kids, and it's going to be fun. On to the next chapter. I'm sure there'll be lots of new stories to share on the pod as well. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. The website is dadmodepod.com. If you want to go on iTunes, leave us a nice little rating, a little 5-star review as well. But we are out of here. Until next time, be a man, be a father, go dad mode, and we'll smell you later.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go dad mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.